Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to talk about Sun in Aries. But before we talk about that, I wish everybody and every spirit watching right now the best thoughts, ideas, feelings and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity and responsibility as well. If you want to know more about your Sun in Aries or any other alignment in your natal chart, I do natal chart readings and tarot readings. Contact me via Instagram and Discord or email, everything in the description down below. So, Sun in Aries, alright? This video is for you if you have the Sun in Aries or if you have an interest to know what is the astrology behind that. So, let's get started. First, what is the Sun? Generally speaking, because I have a video about the Sun right here or right there, but it's going to be there. So the Sun, generally speaking, is your actions, your wants, your worldviews, your expressions, and how you are seen to others after they got through your first rising, after you rise in their awareness. Okay? So first, the first impression, the first look might be your rising, might be your Mercury, but then with the general image they have of you is your Sun. Okay, and it's also the image that you have of yourself, right? So that is the Sun, and then we have 12 different ways to use that thing. Okay, because remember always, you have your own Sun, you have your own Moon, you have your own Mars. We created those things called chakras that then created organs, and we use the big ones in the sky as an example. All right, so there is 12 different ways to use that, and here we talk about Aries, okay? The cardinal fire, ruled by Mars, born out of the first house, way to use, direct, hide, show, okay? All the abilities you can imagine, all possibilities, right? So, Sun in Aries. First, warning for y'all, if you have the Sun in Aries, the Sun is exalted in Aries, so you might use the Sun too much. Okay, but in what areas? The areas where the Sun is naturally already strong in expressing, okay, showing or imposing your views, imaginations, and personal preferences and personal interests. Because then not only the Sun is exalted in Aries, the Sun is also exalted in the first house, because Aries was born out of that. So you always carry within your light those traits, okay? Your personal insecurities and your personal interests. And then because Mars also rules Aries, your Sun always carries that vibe of Mars, which is passion, aggressiveness, frustration, or motivation. Okay, so this is the very general things that you always carry as a Sun in Aries. You might go too far expressing your personal insecurities. That's one example. You might go too far in imposing your views or your feelings in somebody else. Okay, but there are signs or Sun signs that do that in worst ways, because Aries is just the expression. It's just a spark. It's not something that maintains and really oppresses. You might oppress others because they don't really feel safe expressing themselves around you. Okay? And then always remember that Aries is cardinal fire, so you like to create new ways to see, feel, or imagine. And then Sun in Aries is you taking action on those things, express those things, bring birth of those things into the world. Alright? So all of these things develop into physical traits that we can recognize. Alright? And it's easier for you to relate with these traits, but in general, your traits from your actions and expressions will stem out of what I just said. But that's just a generalization, and here we get a bit more specific so we can relate better with some physical examples, okay? So you like to pay attention to new, sentimental, creative, passionate, and spiritual ways or things, and you also like to act in those ways. A bit more sentimental, but do not confuse sentimental with emotional, okay? Sentimental is just when you are expressing or acting on a feeling which is in the moment, which is something you want to express, you want to show to others. An emotion is something that lasts for longer. You can manipulate the environment, you can bring others close to you, you can make others feel in that certain way. Sentimental is just basically you just want to show that, you want to take that out of you. Okay, it's different. All right, it can be easily confused, but it's not the same. All right. Also, you take your visions and ideas very serious, and you don't like goofy people that always laughing, always making fun of themselves and others. You don't really like that. You like to roast people, but roasting, it's different of making fun. Roasting, you have the purpose to light a fire under their ass so they change and they start being themselves, because you, sun sign Aries and sun sign Aquarius, you guys know better than anybody else that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Right? And you don't like people that don't claim their power and individuality via creativity or showing their uniqueness. Many people have creative attributes, but they give up on them. You hate people like that. You hate people that don't have something of their own, or if they have, they allow others to make fun of it. They allow others to push that creativity inwards. You hate that people. You like people that they stand back. Okay, no, this is my art, this is my things, you can't mess with this, at least I'm doing something. You know, people that defend their stuff, people that defend their territory physically and spiritually, you like those people. Okay, you like to be alone also and have your own space physically or spiritually, because then depending on your Mercury and moon sign, you might like to be around a lot of people, but you always need that mental or spiritual space where you feel alone. You don't, sometimes Aquariuses do perturb the Aries, where the Aquarius are so real and so persistent and consistent that the Aries has no choice but to accept those facts. But it's so much facts, so much information, the Aquarius can't stop talking, the Aries needs a rest. You know, too much making sense, too much reality. Alright, hold on. Okay, so your sun channels the Mars energy, like I said earlier, and the first house energy as well. That means that you might see the world through a passionate, motivated, angry, or frustrated lens filtering system, and you might see things too personally, and in most cases those things are not so personally as you see or feel about them. Okay, it's not. It might be, and then you have all the righteous actions to take power and control over the situation, but most times it is not. Also, you like to express and act on your personal interests, personal insecurities, and personality in general, and you like to expose others to their own personal interests. You like to expose others to their personal insecurities. You don't really like those people that are almighty and powerful, but they never show a flaw, they never show a mistake. They don't like to be seen as not perfect, because you know that everybody else has insecurities. You know that everybody else has flaws, and you don't like people that cover their flaws. You can't trust them. You know you can't rely on them for anything. You, not saying that they are not reliable, but you as an Aries, you will not feel safe around those people. Okay, so you like to expose them to their insecurities because they are not doing themselves right. And you also, this is very important, because you can help every other sign to get into their power, to get into their personal interests, because so many people get away from that personal interests, so many people forgot about that personal interests. And you as an Aries, you can joke them, you can hurt their feelings, you can make them look at the reality in a certain new way, and they come back to their creativity, they come back to their power. That's actually a very big power and responsibility for you, sun sign in Aries. Alright? And you like to connect with people that are unique, individual, strong, and you love these people. You love the people that you can see, you know, okay, they have shown you, or you have peeped throughout the realms. You can see that they are wise and well-rounded with their creativity, spirituality, personal interests, and insecurities. Okay? When you know that somebody went through their personal insecurities, they built a better way to be themselves and express themselves, and they are being unique, and they're being individual after they've made the shadow work, you love those guys. You love those girls. Let's go. You also, this is very special right now, you bring a unique and new light, Aries, okay? You are the example, but the example is not what society and others made us believe. And being the example doesn't mean you are the hero. You might be the example in, like, you go and fell down the cliff. Now everybody knows not to go that way. Okay, you were that type of leader. Most times you will do some dumb stuff and people will learn from you. It's not like you are the supreme leader and you command everybody. No, it's more important than that. Okay? But you bring a very unique and new light in a very passionate and real way. But some Aries can become too insecure and they feel like they can't really connect with the world, so that they don't bring that light. They bottle it up. They bottle up that uniqueness, they bottle up that individuality, and they can become very sour, very angry, very aggressive, or very repulsive, aka pushing others away with their actions and expressions. But in the end of the day, you are here to be different and to be an example, okay? Especially to be an example to others in how to be your goddamn self. And then advice for you, Aries, or things to be aware of, or things that are normal for you guys, so you don't guys stress out about these things if they do happen in your life. You will very often be seen as different. You should not engage in relationships and friendships, or not engage, you should not indulge in relationships and friendships. You should choose the right friendships and the right relationships. You might be misunderstood a lot of times, and you might have too many feelings and too many visions ready to express, but you might not have, or feel like you don't have, the necessary ability to express it all in the right ways, and that can make you feel weird about yourself. But that's not bad, that's all normal for you, Aries sun signs. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned more about your sun sign, and if you want to know more, contact me via IG, Discord, or email. Everything in the description down below. Till the next time, keep being yourself, follow your individuality, and maintain your sanity. As a Cloud Surfer, surfing out.